never thought betrayal could feel this quiet. No shouting, no storm, just the sound of my own breath breaking inside my chest, as I realized the man I trusted most had chosen someone else over me. And the worst part? He didn't even try to stop me when I walked away. That was 6 months ago, and now here I am, standing on the same street where my world collapsed, trying to convince myself I've moved on. Spoiler alert, I haven't. Ethan. My name rolls off his tongue like a secret he's been dying to tell, and just like that, the air around me changes. I freeze, my heart kicking like it wants out of my ribcage. Slowly, I turn and there he is, Lucas Hayes, the man who once made me believe in forever and then shattered it in one brutal night. He looks the same, damn him. Still tall, still unfairly gorgeous with that storm in his eyes gaze that makes you feel both seen and ruined. His leather jacket clings to broad shoulders, and for a ridiculous second, I hate how good heartbreak looks on him. What do you want? My voice comes out steady, which feels like a small miracle considering every nerve in me is screaming. He steps closer, and I smell that familiar mix of cedarwood and trouble. To talk. I laugh. A sharp, bitter sound that slices through the tension. Talk? 6 months of silence and now you want to talk? That's cute. Ethan, please. His tone is low, almost desperate. And God, I wish I didn't still know the sound of his honesty. I should walk away. I should slam the door in his face metaphorically and literally, but my legs stay rooted because despite everything, part of me wants to hear him out. Wants to believe there's a reason that doesn't make me hate him more than I already do. You watched me fall, Lucas. I whisper, the words heavier than the evening air. You stood there and did nothing. His jaw tightens, and something raw flickers in his eyes. Regret, maybe. I know, he says, and for a second, I see the man who used to hold me like I was the only truth that mattered. I know, and it's the biggest mistake of my life. I want to scream at him, hit him, anything to shake off this damn gravity between us. But before I can decide, thunder cracks above us, and the first drops of rain kiss my skin. Perfect. A storm like the universe is mocking me. Lucas steps closer, close enough that I can feel the heat of his body. Let me explain, he murmurs, his voice trembling like the night we first kissed on his apartment rooftop, 1,000 feet above the city lights. No, I bite out. You don't get to explain 6 months of silence with a few pretty words. His hand hovers near mine. Not touching but so damn close I can almost feel the warmth radiating off his skin. Then let me prove it, he says softly. Let me show you I'll never let you fall again. And just like that, my carefully built walls crack. Not break, just crack. Enough for memories to slip through. His laugh in the dark, the way he traced constellations on my skin, the promise in his voice when he said he'd never hurt me. Promises are fragile things, though. They shatter too easily. Why now? I ask, hating the way my voice shakes. Why come back when you had every chance to fight for me and didn't? He exhales like he's been holding the truth hostage in his lungs. Because I was scared, he admits. Scared of losing everything if I chose you. And then I realized I already lost everything when I let you go. God damn it. Why does honesty sound like hope when it comes from him? I close my eyes, because looking at him feels like standing on the edge of something dangerous. Something I might not survive twice. The rain comes harder now, soaking us both, blurring the lines between anger and longing. Lucas reaches up, fingers brushing a wet strand of hair from my forehead. It's such a small gesture, but it sends a shiver down my spine because it feels like home-broken, complicated home. Don't. I breathe, but I don't move away. Tell me to stop and I will. He whispers, his thumb grazing my jaw. But if there's even a part of you that still wants me, Ethan, let me stay. The part of me that still wants him, God, that part never left. It's been screaming beneath the silence, clawing at the walls I built, waiting for this exact moment. And I hate it. I hate how much I want to believe him again. Because wanting him is how I ended up shattered the first time. The rain hasn't stopped, but neither has the pounding in my chest. I stare at him, water dripping down his face, tracing the sharp edges of his jaw, and I wonder if I'll ever stop wanting him. Lucas. My voice is barely audible over the storm, but it feels like the loudest confession I've ever made. His eyes search mine like he's looking for the permission he's been craving since the day I walked away. And I hate that part of me wants to give it. Why didn't you fight for me? I demand, because if I don't ask now, I'll drown in all the unsaid words. Why didn't you run after me that night? He flinches like the memory burns as much for him as it does for me. Because they threatened you? He says finally, his voice breaking on the truth. Your father. He came to me, said if I didn't end things, he'd ruin you, Ethan. He'd take everything you love and destroy it. The world tilts, and for a second, the storm goes silent in my ears. You let me hate you instead of telling me? I thought it would keep you safe, he whispers, rain mingling with tears on his cheeks now. I thought if you believed I didn't care, you'd move on. Be happy. God, Lucas. My knees feel weak, and I press a trembling hand to my forehead. All this time, I thought he chose someone else. Thought I wasn't enough. When really, he was breaking himself to protect me. I've loved you every second since, he says, stepping closer, voice fierce now despite the storm. And I'm done pretending I don't. I can't live in a world where you think you never mattered to me. You were everything. You still are. Something inside me shatters this time. Not from pain but from the unbearable weight of the truth crashing down. My throat tightens, my breath hitching as his words sink in. Lucas, I whisper again, and suddenly his arms are around me, pulling me into him like he's afraid I'll vanish if he lets go. The heat of his body against mine ignites something I thought was dead, something wild and alive and terrifyingly beautiful. For a heartbeat, I resist, fists clenched against his chest. But then the fight bleeds out of me because God, I'm so tired of pretending. I clutch his jacket, fingers digging in, and bury my face in the curve of his neck as a sob breaks free. I hate you, I choke out, though it sounds more like surrender than anger. I know, he murmurs, holding me tighter. Hate me all you want. Just don't leave me again. The city around us blurs into nothing, the lights, the rain, the thunder all fading until there's only his heartbeat thudding against mine and the truth I can't ignore anymore. When I finally pull back, his face is so close, eyes burning with that mix of desperation and hope I've never been able to resist. His hand rises, tentative, to cradle my jaw. Tell me to stop, he whispers, voice trembling like a prayer. But I don't. I can't. Because every bone in my body aches for this. For him. So instead, I crash into him, our mouths colliding in a kiss that tastes of rain and regret and the kind of love you only find once in a lifetime. It's raw, messy, 1,000 apologies tangled in one breathless moment, and when his arms wrap around me, lifting me off the ground, it feels like coming home. The storm roars on, but inside me, it's calm for the first time in months. When we finally break apart, both of us gasping, foreheads pressed together, he whispers, I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you, Ethan. No more secrets, no more running, just us. And for the first time since everything fell apart, I believe him. I smile through tears, brushing his wet hair back with shaky fingers. You'd better keep that promise, Hayes. I murmur, a hint of the old me slipping through. He grins, God, that grin, and it's like the sun breaking through the storm. Always, he says, sealing it with another kiss, softer this time, sweeter. A vow on my lips. And right there, in the middle of a rain-soaked street with the man who once broke me and now swears to piece me back together, I let myself fall again. Only this time I know he'll catch me. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the latest videos.